And again, if you're new to Zoom, this is the webinar version, so your speaker and your microphone and your camera are off. But if you'd like to ask questions, you just need to find the Q&A button. Generally, if you put your cursor towards the bottom of your screen, it should pop up and you should see Q&A. You click that and you can type us a question or 2 or 10, whatever you want. Okay, so let's get started. This is a presentation for the City of Canandaigua regarding your clean energy choices. And at the bottom of your screen, you will see 3 logos. Obviously, the City of Canandaigua is the chosen spot. Then Jewel Community Power. This is the approved Community Choice Aggregation Administrator. So this is a state program. The Public Service Commission has to approve the plans or an administrator's plans. Jewel has that approval from the state of New York. And then the logo on the right, Roctricity, that would be the firm that I started with my colleagues. My name is Susan Hughes Smith, and Ben Freevert, Melissa Carlson, and Margie Pete are my partners at Roctricity. And we're the local manager of the clean energy programs in the greater Rochester area. And we are partnered with Jewel Assets. And clearly, in this case, the City of Canandaigua. So we're really excited to share with you that the City of Canandaigua is set to launch a community choice aggregation program January 1st, 2021. So just around the corner here. And this is a 100% renewable program. The electrons, essentially we're purchasing electrons equivalent to the use of electrons in the City of Canandaigua. And those electrons are being purchased from renewable generators, primarily hydro facilities, though there is some wind also in the mix. The City of Canandaigua is actually one of currently 2 members in the Gateway Community Power program. So we aggregate communities together so that we can have more influence on the marketplace. And the Village of Victor and the City of Canandaigua currently are the 2 municipalities making up Gateway Community Power and that are both going to be implementing the same program. So you can keep track of program details, the particulars of your program at the gatewaycommunitypower.com website. You can also discover how to contact Roctricity, obviously through this presentation, but also at that portal. So this evening, I will review briefly what community choice aggregation is, what the benefits of CCA are, the particulars of this contract's details, and whether or not CCA is likely to impact you, what your bill would look like, and then the next steps as we move towards implementing the program. So if you're not familiar, community choice aggregation was approved by the Public Service Commission in April of 2016. And what it does is it allows municipalities to aggregate the energy demand and negotiate a bulk purchase for energy. It essentially is creating one more option for residents and small businesses. And what it's doing is it's shifting the choice of who the default electric supplier is from the state to the municipality. So the state currently says to the utility, says to Genie, if the customers haven't chosen their own energy supply company, then you need to ensure that electrons are getting purchased on behalf of the customers. Now under CCA, that decision of who to purchase electricity from has been shifted to the City of Canandaigua. And this process allows the City of Canandaigua to evaluate a variety of offers and choose what they think best meets the community's needs and the city's goals. So all energy customers are eligible to participate, but some are automatically included in this program, and that's described as an opt-out feature. Some people could, or organizations could choose to opt in, those are generally very large energy users, and the terms of the CCA may not be better than the terms of contracts they are already able to access. So community choice aggregation is really a way that the state has created a path for small energy consumers to access the benefits that larger energy users have. And that benefit is through the bulk purchasing by aggregating the demand of everybody together. So the benefits of CCA include, as I was explaining, leveraging the bulk buying strategy through aggregation. We're presenting to you, Jewel and the City of Canandaigua are presenting a contract to the City of Canandaigua's residents and small businesses that you as an individual consumer would not be able to access. And that's the power of aggregation. We're able to kind of dictate the terms to the marketplace rather than having the market dictate the terms to you. So we're projecting some mild savings for residents and small businesses, though I will note that community choice aggregation is not a guaranteed savings program. What it's doing is using a fixed price rather, and we're comparing that to the average of what happened over the previous 2 years with RG&E's purchasing. So when RG&E purchases, the rules for them require them to buy on the open market every month. The rate goes up, it goes down, because that's what energy markets do. And so when you average that over the last 2 years, you discover that it's around 4.3 cents per kilowatt hour. Pretty cheap, really. Historically, our rates up here have been higher than that. But so the goal of the CCA program was to then peg a price below that 24-month average. And in fact, that's what was achieved. In addition, we hope this will accelerate the transition to renewable energy, a goal of New York State. So the details for your contract in Canandaigua are as following. The winning company that is securing the electrons is Source Power, and the contract will last for 24 months. And it's just for a 100% renewable electricity product, and the price is 4.292 cents per kilowatt hour. So again, just below that 24-month benchmark for the historic rates of RG&E. I'll also suggest here that if you were trying to purchase this same exact product yourself, 100% renewable, no cost to exit the program, 24 months at a fixed rate, the only option available is 6.1 cents per kilowatt hour. So this product is really a 25% savings compared to what an individual can access on the market today. And those rates are actually publicly available through the Department of Public Services Power to Choose website. So will CCA affect you or me? Generally, customers are enrolled on an opt-out basis unless the following conditions are met. So if you have already contracted with an ESCO or a third-party supplier, then the CCA will not change that for you. Customers that are billed based on demand, right, these large entities are not automatically included. If a customer has a freeze or a block on your account, maybe you chose to not get any more offers from energy companies and blocked your account, then you are not going to be automatically included. And then unfortunately, folks who take advantage of the Home Energy Assistance Program are not currently eligible for the Community Choice Aggregation Program. And that is a result of the rules that the Public Service Commission has set up around the HEAP program. So customers will be automatically enrolled unless you take an action before the program begins. So you're going to be receiving a letter early next week And in that letter, it's going to tell you that the opt-out period lasts until December 18th. So if you take an action to leave, to not join the program before December 18th, then you will never be joined into Gateway Community Power unless you choose to join it at a later time. Joining, exiting, it's free. You can do it whenever, you can do it as many times as you want, but it's not necessarily very practical to exit and re-enter because it often takes a couple months for it to get processed. So just keep that in mind. Your electric bill is going to look slightly different as the program begins. That's one way you'll know it started. The other is, of course, to see the fixed rate and the name of the company. So I'm going to show you a picture of this in a second. And what we're looking at is for where the supply part of the bill, that's the actual cost, the electrons, where that is located in the list of all the different things in the energy bill. Okay, and we're going to look for the name of the supplier. In this case, Source Power. So here's an example, our Genie bill. And again, as I explained before, there's more than one part to your electric bill. There's actually the delivery charges and the electric supply charges. The delivery charges, that's what RG&E needs to earn in order to cover their costs. The cost of maintaining the grid, the lines, the poles, etc. So that doesn't change with community choice aggregation. RG&E still does the same job that they were doing before. They still maintain the grid. They still will send your bill. And the delivery charge is covering that service. So community choice aggregation really only impacts the electric supply charge themselves, the electrons. And that is the part of the bill that's going to move to a new place. Okay, so without CCA, it comes right after the delivery section. With CCA, it's going to move. On your opening page of your bill, there's usually a consolidated account summary. And this is your first clue that the CCA program has started, because now under RG&E energy charges, remember now this is going to be lower than it used to be because it's just going to be the delivery part. And right below that, it's going to say source power charges. So the electrons are now showing up in a separate line. Next, in the detailed charges from the utility, right? Like we were looking at before, the electric delivery charges, that's what RG&E needs for their operations. But below that, the supply part disappears because RG&E is no longer doing that part of the purchasing. Instead, it's moved kind of down towards the bottom of the bill near the section described as messages. And there you'll see the name Source Power and, the charge and the fixed rate of $0.04292 per kilowatt hour or 4.29 cents per kilowatt hour. So what to expect next, the next steps? There's going to be a letter being mailed on Friday. And that letter is going to be on municipal letterhead. That's how you're going to know it's the correct letter. So at the top of the page, you're going to see the City of Canandaigua's logo. You'll see that it's going to be signed by the mayor and the city manager. And in that letter are going to be the same details that I just explained to you. The cost, the date to opt out by, and it'll explain how you can opt out. You can simply return a postcard, or you can contact us, or you can use the website. But of course, we're hoping that people will choose to stay in the program. In that case, you don't have to do anything at all. And we want you to stay in because it should save you money. And this is a product you can't get a better deal on as an individual. 100% New York State renewable energy. So we're contributing to our own economy and to our own local jobs by supporting local renewable generators. And I will note for you the envelope that this letter is coming in. On the return address section, you will see that it says, city business, and then source power will be listed as the return address. In addition, there will be really two things in that envelope. There will be this letter, and there's going to be a flyer, and the flyer is about another program, another opportunity, and that's an opportunity to join a community solar program. The new supplier will be identified on your RG&E bill beginning with your February bill. And you'll again see that name, Source Power. There will be more outreach about community solar as time goes on. Okay, and that offering is also from Source Power. So here's your logo. And again, the website, gatewaycommunitypower.com, where you can keep track of these details. You can enroll or de-enroll. You can contact us through that web portal, or simply by doing info@gatewaycommunitypower.com. You can also reach us directly at our office, which is in Rochester, and our phone number is 244-0244, so 585 area code, 244-0244, or you can reach us at info@roctricity.com. It might be easier simply to remember info@gatewaycommunitypower.com, but either will work. You're finding the same 4 people. Okay, I'll just stay there with our contact information and take any questions that you may have.
Well, Sue, we don't have any questions. We actually just have a single attendee, at least on the Zoom call. There might be other attendees on the Facebook feed.
Okay.
Checking now, it doesn't look like it. So yeah, I guess there are no questions.
Okay, well, great. Well, look for that letter to arrive in the mail. And don't hesitate to reach out if a question occurs to you later. Have a wonderful evening.